Hi, in this video I'll be discussing my thoughts on positioning the guitar and how you should hold it. When you set up to play the guitar, what kind of posture do you take? What kind of position do you take with the guitar? Do you put it on your lap like this and lay the neck flat? In other words, parallel to the ground? Do you hunch over your guitar so you can see where your fingers are going? This position might be good for beginners when they want to actually see where their fingers are and so forth, making chord shapes and learning the guitar, but I don't think this position is a good position to get into the habit of using. Now the problem with this flat neck position is that it's not the easiest position on your wrist to play the guitar. Because if you look at the anatomy of your body and how your arm is connected, your arm isn't meant to go out there and make a chord shape out in this direction down here. If you could mimic that movement, you can see you're putting some strain on the wrist, and it's actually more difficult to make chord shapes out here, say on the first fret, than it is up here closer to the body. And that's because this is more natural position. Now, what you can do to remedy this situation is use your guitar strap. So this guitar, I have a strap attached to my guitar, and this strap is in a pretty tight position. And what I do is I wear this strap all the time, even when I'm seated. Because one of the big myths I think about straps are that they're just used for when you're standing up. I use the strap all the time because it gives me the appropriate angle of my neck. So when I'm seated here, the strap is what's keeping the guitar in this particular position. And then my other arm is just locking it in when I'm playing seated. But when I'm standing, it's no different. The guitar is in the same exact angle. But what this angle gives the effect of is it takes a lot of that tension off the wrist. Now my wrist is in a much more comfortable position. I can reach those outer frets as well as the inner frets without a lot of tension on my wrist, and that's what I want to have when I'm playing the guitar. The other thing that the strap does for the guitar in this position of having the neck at the 45-degree angle is it teaches me to not constantly be hunching over the guitar, okay, and ruining my posture by bending over and trying to see where I'm placing my fingers. If I just sit back and relax, I have to rely more on feel now to play the guitar, and that's how it should be played. As you progress more with the guitar, your feeling is going to improve, and you can rely on muscle memory and so forth to make chord shapes that as a beginner you would not be able to make. So you have a better posture once you're in this position with your back. It takes a lot of tension off your back. So not only is your wrist tension-free, but now your back is tension-free because you're seated more upright. The other thing, if you notice, if you look at the top of your neck here, there's some markings. These markings here are designed to help you with your posture in mind. So your eyes can stay behind the plane of the neck and still see where your hand is. So they can give you a reference point, but without having to look over and have your head come over in front of the neck of the guitar and ruin your posture that way. So I hope this video gave you some food for thought about thinking about guitar position and how you sit with the guitar. Try the strap method for a couple weeks, give it a shot, see how you like it. See how changing that guitar angle is going to affect your playing for the better. Yeah, at first it's going to be a change and you're going to have to get used to it a little bit, but I think it's going to make a positive difference in your playing in the long run.